Should I get a Pilot? Should I get a Honda Pilot? The answer to that remains to be seen.
And some of y'all don't like it the way that I now spit like MC2 dolls on the holier than thou kick. Smack your face for your blasphemous ways, and everybody they quote me like the latest catchphrase. I'm on a mission that goes beyond material, so eat this killer series, serial killer cereal. Killer for real, drop on a beer with a sound you can feel like cold hard steel. That swarm like the blood flows out of your head as I rock non-stop till I'm on my deathbed. And I can swap out a catalytic converter with a few hand tools, but I can never be murdered. Spit the rapid fire like a round of shells. I got the lyrical skills that sends the devil to hell. So don't disrespect what you can't understand, cause I can still squash your brain in the palm of my hand. Stupid.
Another horse came out, a fiery red one. Its rider was given the power to take peace from the earth and to make men slaves. For him was given a large sword.
Yeah. How you sons of bitches doing? Oh, you saw that, right? Okay. I'm gonna figure some things out here. To keep things moving along here. Alright. I figured it out. There we go. I hit a bump, first bump we hit, and boom, boom, boom. Everything's gonna fall all over the place. But anyway, I'm inside of a 2012 Honda Pilot. And yeah, we're good here. It's 12:44 in the afternoon.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUMP.
And we got the little radio going on. It's not a bad vehicle for those of you who like vehicles. You know, we got something, you know, a little nice going on here. A little nicey going on here. And you know, it's the thing to do. You know, figure out what to do with your Honda Pilot. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slip this thing in here. It's like a little divider piece. This way I can, like, you know, just cruise around the little divider piece. Let me see if this thing fits in the cup holder. If this thing fits in the cup holder, we're good. I don't like this angle. This is like a really weird, like, Batman angle. Like in the freaking old Batman series with Adam West. Let's see, this guy's got a water bottle here, so maybe I could wedge the foam between. There we go. Alright. So what we're gonna do, we're in a dead-end street. This is East 9th Street off of Avenue I. So what we're gonna do is we're going to first, we got our thing in drive. We're gonna buckle up for safety. If you're gonna be in gear while doing stuff, make sure you're holding your foot on the brake, of course. Otherwise, most experts would recommend you put the bitch in park. But, you know, I'm a pro, so I'm gonna be doing it this way. And basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to, like, pull into this stranger's driveway and back out, and hopefully we don't hit anybody's cars in the process. And we just tapped somebody's blue car. It's a little love tap. A little love tap. And got a what is that? A BMW X5 backing out. So give them room to back out as we move on here. The sun is blaring into my eyes right now, and well, the handling of Hondas is legendary. Just to let you know, the Hondas, their suspension is legendary. They were one of the first car manufacturers worldwide to have a torsion bar or rear stabilizer bar. Which, is very essential with vehicles in the late 80s through early 2000s. It was considered like a big deal in automotive suspension technology. So, let's see, what does our radio tell us? Still more advertisements. Gotta love that. Yeah, the popo driving by. They expect to have me arrested. They think they're gonna catch up with me, but as the old song goes, pigs ain't gonna get me alive. And I lost you a second, didn't I? I lost you. Alright, but this is what we have going on right here. And it's not bad. Not that bad at all. Now we're driving up a really busy street with one hand. Of course, the other hand is holding my phone, talking to you guys. I recommend TD Bank. TD Bank is pretty cool. I like TD Bank. They've been very good to me so far in this season of Corona. So we'll see what goes on in the life of John Krantz, aka MC Too Tall. A little bit of wax out of my ear. And if you want to eat some, it's right there, right off the tip of my index finger there. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this to Avenue O. We're gonna take this to Coney Island Avenue between Avenues N and O. Let's see what I could do here with this thing. I'm thinking maybe I could make a left turn, like go down a few streets. Things would be pretty cool. Get off the main drag, come up Coney Island Avenue the other way. What I'm supposed to be doing is picking up another vehicle, a Subaru. And Subarus are very underrated Japanese cars. As much as I don't like Mitsubishi and Mazda, I do kind of dig Subaru. And Subaru, they're known for their sturdiness. They're supposed to be tough little vehicles that can handle a beating. Like you could slam the doors shut and all this other cockamamie horse goo. I mean, I've been comparing American vehicles for the longest time and not even looking at European or Japanese vehicles at all. So this is in this day and age, messing with Japanese vehicles is something new to me. And as I mentioned in a few videos past, Toyota quality is like second to none in the market for Japanese vehicles, but you just can't get over that style, the style of a Honda. And I love the way the Honda Pilot kind of mimics the American trucks. Very good handling too. For some reason, I really like the way Honda handles, and it's like I also find it to be more user-friendly than a Toyota. You could go from one Honda to another, and you could just like know where everything is. You go from one Toyota to another, you're searching for the damn what do you call it? The hazard lights. You know, if you don't know where your hazard lights are and how to turn on and off your radio, you know, you're in some kind of trouble. You're in some really deep trouble. You know, you want to be able to do that while you're in motion, while you're driving your vehicle. And let's face it, the move is Japanese vehicles now. American cars have had their run. I'm sorry to say. The GM is no longer the king on top of the mountain. Unfortunately, now Toyota is, and the vehicle manufacturer that's breathing right down their neck is Honda. And I've seen it. I know this from experience. I know this from experience. You drive around in a Ford for like a day, you'll find 10,000 things wrong with it. Well, maybe I'm exaggerating, but you know, it's not good to find anywhere from 7 to 10 things wrong with a car driving it around right on the first day. And the car is supposed to be in ready to sell condition. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Ford is not a great car manufacturer. They're just not. I mean, will I drive another GM vehicle? Sure, I don't see why not. But Ford, I don't care too much for Ford. Chrysler, a little iffy about that. I've owned a Chrysler, and I happen to have lucked out with one that was in great shape, that was well maintained prior to my ownership of the vehicle. I was the third owner of the vehicle. It was a 1994 Chrysler Concorde. But as far as Ford disgusts me. Ford nauseates me, and yes, I would sooner drive a Japanese car than a Ford. It's just how it is. It's how the cookie crumbles, how the ball bounces, how the apple falls, however you want to express that, but it's just how it is and how it goes. It is what it is, and it's a way of life, and you know, you just have to accept it. Fords suck. You know, they just suck. Ford Mustangs are not great. The Thunderbirds, Thunderbirds after a certain year are not great. Things are just like not all that great with Ford. And I'll say it again, I'd sooner go with a foreign vehicle than a Ford in these times. Especially how they make this Honda Pilot. This Honda Pilot is pretty cool. I have no objection to how they make the Honda Pilot. What I really want to do is take you guys on a tour, or take you guys driving around with me in a Honda Odyssey. That'll be really dope. That'll be really super dope. Well, we're here, we're at our destination, and I'll talk to you later. Stay strong, keep kicking that slang. Want to see something impressive? You want to start a war? You get yourself one of these. You want to start a war? You get yourself one of these. And then we'll be at war. Okay, folks. 2010 Subaru Impreza. And pretty impressive for considering the exterior. You don't expect all this room on the interior, but it's pretty roomy on the inside and pretty well put together. This vehicle is a little slow start. This is a, as I mentioned, 2010, so this is pretty much the year that I really started breaking out and becoming known and shit in my rap career. This was 2010 was the year that I supposedly met what was supposedly the love of my life. Who at the time was a semi-retired fetish model by the name of Scarlet Venom. I very rarely mention that name anymore because, well, you know, she thought she was my boss. And you know, I had to, you know, put it to her. But anyway, no, but yeah, there's a lot of reasons why things didn't quite work out the way they were planned, but you know, you gotta follow my blueprint. You don't follow my blueprint, you gotta go. And I'm gonna leave it at that. But anyway, this is a 2010 Subaru Impreza wagon, and they're pretty impressive. They're pretty impressive little tykes. And as I had mentioned, they're very known for their sturdiness, their ruggedness, their durability. And in the late 90s, early 2000s, they started concentrating on performance with vehicles like the WRX. And then after a while, when they started implementing all the stuff that they were putting into the WRX into their other vehicles, like this Impreza that I'm sitting in, they were somehow able to drop the WRX name eventually. Because I figured, well, why have a special performance line when we can make them all somewhat like performance vehicles? But this is what you have. Here's your clusterfuck. I mean, your clusters, your radio, your glove box, basic vehicle stuff. Of course, Japanese automakers, they love putting the hazard signal button in weird places. They love making it accessible to the front passenger, which is something I don't get. But that's what they do. And so far, the handling of this thing is not as well as the Honda. I gotta say, it's not as well as the Honda. As far as the steering and all that other nonsense, it doesn't steer as well. It doesn't feel as stable when switching lanes as with the Honda or the Nissan that I drove earlier. This is a year older than a Nissan and has about 10,000 miles more than the Nissan that I've driven earlier. But this is what we have here. This is what we have here. As far as pickup goes, the pickup is roughly the same as the Nissan, which isn't that good. Your big three Japanese automakers are Toyota, Honda, and Nissan, in that order. And there's a reason why Nissan's number 3. Nissan's number 3 because of the name. At one time, they did make very good quality automobiles. And from, I would say, 1995 to present, they make very sucky transmissions. And that's what I think is going on with this vehicle. This vehicle is starting to go. The transmission is starting to go on this thing. It's not picking up like it's supposed to. And I don't think it has anything to do with intake and exhaust. It has more to do with the transmission just not going into gear when it's supposed to. Maybe the torque converter is empty. Who knows? Maybe there's some issues with the torque converter. Who knows? Maybe it forces you to have to use the manual shifts on it, which I hate doing that. What I do, here's what I do. When I'm driving around in a car with an automatic transmission, I put it in drive and I keep it in drive until it's time to park the vehicle. When I'm waiting at a light, I hold my foot on the brake and just keep my foot held on the brake until the light changes. And somebody's got to really, just to change the subject a little bit, somebody's really got to come and change that flag, take that flag down, because that's, right now, TD Bank, after all the praise I've given them, are looking rather unpatriotic with a badly mounted American flag on top of that building. And we gotta take care of that. We really gotta take care of that. Somebody's gotta do something about that. Maybe I'll call them later. I'll actually call the bank up later. Maybe I'll tell them that I'm an ex-Marine and I'm very much offended by the way that flag is displayed. But yeah, something's got to be done about that. Do or die, die, die. Do or die, 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 die. This is not good, my friends. The pickup is horrible. Okay, Subaru. As much as I liked driving around in the 2011 Subaru, this 2010 is getting a very low rating from me. I'm not gonna give this Subaru a very high rating. I can't. In good conscience, I cannot give this Subaru a high rating, or even a mediocre rating, because just because of the pickup. It's got very lousy pickup, and we gotta face that this Subaru does not have good pickup, and we gotta be real about this. We cannot just randomly kiss Subaru's ass. We can't just randomly kiss Subaru's ass here, and we have to admit that. Alright, so here we go. We have a Subaru that is double parked in the middle of Coney Island Avenue. And there you have it. Hope you enjoy everything. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed this ride. Hope you've been informed, because that's what I try to do with these videos. I try to entertain and inform. I'm actually a better expert on automotive vehicles than I am at making rap music. And Lord knows I'm really good at making rap music. My next 3 songs should be coming out very soon. By March, I should have 3 songs out for you to enjoy. And God willing, by September, I'll have an album put together with all new music, including Emotionally Scarred, including Cough on It. The 3 new songs that I'm telling you I'm going to release by March, and everything's just going to be great. We're going to have a great year. I'm not going to claim this year to be my year, but you know what? Fuck it. This year is my year. Alright, just like every other year. This year is my year. Alright, have a fantastic day. Enjoy this video. Yeah, so my overall rating of the 2010 Subaru Impreza, it gets a 4 from me. It's very roomy in the interior, which I thought was pretty impressive. The exterior is uniquely designed. I like that. But as far as handling, switching lanes, and acceleration, that is what dropped the rating all the way down to 4, in my opinion. So there you have it. It has a very good first impression, but once you get this thing rolling, you're still waiting for it to do things that are impressive, and it hasn't done that for me. So yeah, I don't give this particular vehicle a very high rating. But we're talking about a vehicle that has over 120,000 miles. It's 11 years old now, so there you have it. So you gotta take these things with a little grain of salt. All right, take care. Bye bye.